Hey guys, welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. We're doing another Lunatic grand battle fight. This time it is versus Camus, Sable Knight. This fight was actually really fun, and I'm glad I was able to come up with something to try and win it. I'm going to start off just by showing you what kind of setup I got here. So first off, Felicia, who's been a mainstay in pretty much every grand battle I've done except for one, she is the only one I have with some inheritance skills. And that is pretty much just seal attack and rally speed. And she also has HP plus 3 seal on her as well. And that's going to come in handy pretty well most of the time, so she can take a hit every now and again when I need her to. We got Soren here, who is not inheritance skilled at all. Like I said, no one else has inheritance skills. Fortify resistance 3, water sweep, growling wind, and Rexcalibur. And Robin also has nothing extra on him. Spur defense, defiant speed, bonfire, and Blar Raven. And then Ike, who is also basic as hell, who doesn't have anything on him. So again, these are 5-star units, but you know, if you happen to have them, then you might be able to follow this strategy pretty well, since it doesn't really take anything extra aside from a base unit. But anyway, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump in, and I will show you exactly how this fight went down. So, one of the things about this fight is that all these guys have, well, the melee guys all have this Grani shield, which neutralizes the effective against bonuses. So, coming in with units that are effective against them will essentially not do much for you, and they hit really, really hard. And Camus himself has Gradavis, which is a weapon that can attack at range. So if you have a ranged unit who can't take a blow from him, that's a problem. He is going to counterattack you pretty much regardless of distance. So I don't know why the grand battle units that are coming out lately are all set up like that, but I'm not exactly complaining. That really gives a lot of the free-to-players to, you know, an ability to get a unit that has something busted akin to Hector. So, but anyway, the first thing we're going to do is set up positioning. So this is going to take a little bit. I just need to get Robin into the trees right in front of him, and I'm also going to take Ike, and he's going to be the one that will tank Camus as the bait unit. So ultimately, once I get everyone moved into place, we are going to have Ike right there in front of the bridge. Soren's going to stand right behind him, and Felicia is going to stand to the right of him. So right now, I'm setting it up to where Soren will be able to give Ike the rally resistance buff. Rally resistance is going to let him take a hit from the healer, because the healer is also going to rush down too and try to kill Ike. And they all buff each other in a horse emblem style with attack and defense buffs. So it is very, very important to have something set up like that to help you take a hit. I'm pretty sure there are other units that are better that you could use to put in place of Ike to tank a hit, but I use Ike because I was just winging it and he happened to be my front runner unit. So we're going to move Felicia next to him, but we're going to use rally speed, because if you don't, Camus is going to double up on him and kill him. There is no doubt about that. I'm going to move Soren right here to put in place in order to kill Camus once he does come up, and Robin standing next to Ike, and the main reason for that is he can spur defense. So when combat starts, everyone's going to start trying to rush over here to the right to take care of Ike. Camus will hit him, Ike will hit back. The healer will hit Ike, Ike survives, and then we are on our turn again. So Ike is able to kill the healer right off rip once he gets attacked, because the healer does proc his Luna. So next thing we're going to do is the sole reason, well, the second reason Felicia is here, which is to go ahead and attack Camus. Now, you see she'll be left with 3 HP, and she does have the HP seal on, so without that she would die and this whole strat would just fall apart. So we're going to use her to debuff Camus, and then that will heal Ike for about 7 HP. That is also really key to this fight too. Now that she's debuffed Camus, Soren is strong enough to go ahead and one-shot him. So we'll go ahead and get rid of him and take him out of this fight. So all we have left to move is Ike and Robin. Ike is going to swing up here and take care of Homeboy Cavalier with the red book. And then we're going to put Robin right behind him to give him some extra defense on these attack turns that are coming up. Axe unit's going to run up. He's only going to do 4 damage. If Robin had been there, then Ike would have died. Then we're going to go ahead and end the turn again to bait the other unit down here because there's nothing else to do. 4 more damage, and then we win the fight. Both axe units are set up the exact same way, so they were going to do the same damage. But yeah, that is how I ended up winning that fight, and it took me a little bit to figure it out and put something together. Usually my team is Felicia, Robin, Ike, and Minerva because I just like those characters. But I had to switch Minerva out for Soren because Minerva wasn't working. And again, they have Gravi's shield, which negates, bonuses. So with that being said, though, that fight is pretty much done. Again, there's a lot of things that you could probably use to replace characters like Soren and Ike. Ike probably isn't the best unit to use to tank, but it worked out because he was able to take out the healer in a counterattack and also able to take at least 1 hit from Camus because he has enough HP and defense to do it. So someone with ranged may be able to deal with it, or you may not be able to one-shot the healer replacing him with someone else, but at the very least you can set yourself up to where the initial bait works out. But again, that was pretty much all I did. Another unit you could replace out would be Soren. Soren is pretty much the only green mage unit that I have aside from Cecilia, who may be strong enough to one-shot Camus after Felicia debuffs him. But, you could probably put someone else there who would do just as well. And again, his water sweep doesn't really help him at all in this fight either, and the fortified resistance is a very key part. So you need someone who can go ahead and do that too, in order to keep your tanker alive from the healer, because the healer does some susceptible, really strong damage. So that will be pretty integral to that fight. Other than that, Robin with Spur Defense can also be replaced because he literally does nothing in that fight but stand behind someone. So this strat, you could just call it holding hands, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of folks strolling through a field, killing people, holding hands together. But crappy jokes aside, that's the end of the fight, and I really hope this does help you guys figure out a strategy to be able to do this. Again, these are all 5-star units. None of them have inheritance, aside from Felicia, which is just seal attack, so that wasn't really useful in this fight to begin with. So you could do it with some base units as well, I'd imagine. So again, feel free to leave anything in the comments if you have any questions or any, about recommendations that you want to use for a unit or anything of that nature. I'm not really all that savvy at this game. I just really like playing it. So hopefully, again, this video does help you figure out something and, be able to take this guy down and earn him. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care now.